Did you hear about the conspiracy that shook the world?
Welcome back to the archives. Today's story is almost too crazy to believe. Do our parents ever truly reveal their whole selves to us? Or are there parts of them, hidden away like dusty relics in the attics of their lives, that remain forever out of reach? These were the unsettling questions that plagued my mind as I stood before the sealed door in my childhood home. My mother, Eleanor, had always been an enigma to me. She was a woman of few words, her emotions held in check by an invisible barrier. We had a comfortable life, my father, brother, and I. But there was always a distance in her eyes, a sense that she was holding something back. Now, with her gone, the truth felt closer than ever. It whispered to me from behind the locked door, a constant reminder of the mysteries my mother had taken to her grave. Our house was a testament to my mother's love for the ordinary. It was a modest two-story colonial, painted a pale yellow that had faded over the years. Life there had been unremarkable, filled with the familiar rhythms of family dinners, school plays, and summer vacations. But at the end of the hallway, on the second floor, was a door that shattered the illusion of normalcy. It was a heavy oak door, always locked, its paint peeling like scabs on old wounds. My father, a man of quiet compliance, never questioned its existence. My brother, 8 years my senior, dismissed it with a shrug. But for me, it became an obsession, a symbol of my mother's guarded heart. "Don't you ever wonder what's in there?" I would ask my brother, my voice barely above a whisper. "Leave it alone, Lisa," he'd say, his tone laced with warning. "Some things are better left undisturbed." My mother's death was sudden, a heart attack that stole her away in the night. I was 25, old enough to understand the finality of death, yet young enough to be shattered by it. As I stood by her bedside, the weight of her absence pressing down on me, she reached for my hand, her grip surprisingly strong. "The key, Lisa," she whispered, her voice raspy. "In the silver box, on my vanity." Her words were a puzzle, a final cryptic message from a woman who had built a wall around herself. I had never seen a silver box on her vanity. And the key, what door did it unlock? The questions gnawed at me, fueled by grief and a growing sense of urgency. I searched her room, my fingers tracing the familiar contours of her belongings until I found it. A small tarnished silver box tucked away in the back of a drawer. Section 4. The Key to the Past. Inside the box, nestled in faded velvet, lay a single ornate key. It was heavier than I expected, cold and unforgiving in my palm. As I turned it over, examining the intricate carvings, a shiver ran down my spine. This was no ordinary key. It was a key to a past I had never known, a past my mother had kept hidden. Days turned into weeks, my grief a constant companion. The key seemed to burn a hole in my pocket, a tangible reminder of my mother's last request. Finally, unable to resist the pull of the unknown any longer, I climbed the stairs to the forbidden door. My heart pounded against my ribs, each step echoing in the silence of the empty house. As I reached the door, I hesitated, my hand hovering over the tarnished knob. What secrets lay beyond this point? What would I find? Taking a deep breath, I slid the key into the lock. The click, sharp and metallic, sliced through the silence, a sound that seemed to reverberate through the house. I pushed the door open, my breath catching in my throat. Section 5. A room frozen in time. The room was not what I expected. It was not a dusty storage room filled with forgotten belongings. It was a nursery. Wallpaper patterned with dancing teddy bears adorned the walls, their painted smiles a jarring contrast to the stillness of the room. A rocking horse, its once bright paint chipped and faded, stood frozen mid-gallop in the corner. And in the center of it all, a crib, draped in a delicate, hand-stitched quilt. I stepped inside, my hand trailing along the edge of a dusty changing table. The air was thick with the scent of lavender and old memories. It was as if time had stood still in this room, preserving a moment in my mother's life that I had never known. As I moved further into the room, my gaze fell upon a small wooden chest tucked beneath the window. I knelt before it, my fingers tracing the intricate carvings on its lid. Lifting the heavy lid, I felt a wave of nausea wash over me. Inside, nestled amongst yellowed baby clothes and worn toys, lay a stack of photographs and documents. Photographs of a smiling baby girl, her dark hair and eyes a mirror image of my own. Documents, legal documents that told a story I could scarcely believe. Section 6. The Weight of Revelation. My mother had not been my mother. She had been my kidnapper. The documents were a tangled web of lies and deceit, a chronicle of a desperate act that had forever altered the course of my life. The baby in the photographs, the baby who looked so much like me, was the real Lisa, the child my mother had taken, the child she had raised as her own. The weight of this revelation pressed down on me, stealing my breath, my voice. The room, once a sanctuary of innocence, now felt like a prison, its cheerful facade a cruel mockery of the truth. My carefully constructed world shattered around me, the shards piercing my heart with a pain so profound it defied description. My entire life had been a lie. My parents, my brother, my childhood, all of it built on a foundation of deceit. But amidst the anger and betrayal, a flicker of understanding began to grow. The distance in my mother's eyes, the locked room, her dying words. They all pointed to a woman consumed by guilt, a woman desperate to atone for her past without ever revealing the true extent of her actions. Section 7. Acceptance and Forgiveness. I spent weeks lost in a haze of confusion and anger. The life I had known, the identity I had embraced was gone, replaced by a truth too painful to comprehend. But as the initial shock subsided, a sense of empathy began to stir within me. My mother had made a terrible mistake, a choice driven by desperation and fueled by a longing for a child of her own. She had spent a lifetime trying to outrun her past, to create a semblance of normalcy in the shadow of her secret. In the end, I made a choice. I chose to honor the life she had given me, the love, however flawed, that had shaped me into the woman I was. I chose to forgive her. The documents, the photographs, the room itself remain untouched. They are a reminder of a past I cannot change, a truth I cannot erase, but they are also a testament to the enduring power of love, a love that can survive even the most devastating of betrayals. Just as the storm of emotions began to settle, I found myself standing at a crossroads. The memories of my mother's actions lingered, but so did the love she had shown me throughout my life. I realized that I had a choice, to remain anchored in the past or to forge a new path forward. Gap 2S, Section 8, Moving Forward. The documents, the photographs, and the room, once symbols of betrayal, became symbols of resilience. They reminded me of the strength it took for my mother to carry her secret and the courage it took for me to uncover it. I decided to take these lessons with me, to let them guide me as I wrote the next chapter of my life. Gap 2S, I began to reach out to others who had experienced similar revelations, finding solace in our shared stories. We were all searching for the same thing, a way to reconcile our past with our present, to find peace amidst the chaos. Through these connections, I discovered a community bound by the threads of empathy and understanding. Gap 2S. In time, the weight of revelation became lighter, replaced by a sense of purpose. I chose to channel my experiences into something meaningful, to help others navigate their own journeys of discovery and forgiveness. My mother's story, once a source of pain, became a beacon of hope. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Together, we can continue to explore the depths of human experience and find beauty in even the most unexpected places. Thank you for watching, and remember, every ending is just a new beginning. Stay curious, my friends, and thanks for visiting the archives.